for center back. Make sure it's here will be space for vent. And I put my back here. And I trace my sloper right now. I trace my original dart and my hip here. And I make hemline dotted line, then we know which will be final line. It's my dart here. Mark hip line perpendicular to our center back. It's here will be center back. Okay, 23 inches. It will be length of our skirt, center back. Then I measure here 23 inches. And it will be here. Then I mark for you center back length 23 inches.
That's including the pen?
Yes, I'm not finished. Then listen. We mark length here. And continue side seam here. Measure from here along center back line 23 inches. Then we start work with dart first. Then we have to mark and follow this measurement for placement of the dart. It will be 3 3/4, and then after that 3 3/4 of an inch. Then I measure 3 3/4 of an inch from center back. It will be here. Okay. It will be my measurement for waist total for my back will be 7.5. Then it's here will be 3 3/4 of an inch here, and 3 3/4 of an inch it will be here. And I have to shift this dart parallel. Then point here, and from this point I make parallel dart. I make parallel to this leg, and right now I make parallel line to this leg. And actually it will be our dart is shift. Then it's a new position of the dart. We have to fold our dart and blend our waistline because it will be a little uneven line. Then it's new dart here, first leg, and then it's maybe second leg here. I close and hold all together. Just blend this line. And up to here will be 3 3/4. Right now from dart here I have to measure the same. 3 3/4 of an inch. Then I measure 3 3/4 of an inch here. And I have to mark, I have to increase length of my waist like around 1/8. Then it will be from here to here, 3 3/4 of an inch. Clear, guys? Then we have to just blend this line to our hip. It will be something like this. And right now it will be my side seam new. Then this is new line, and we have to mark right now our yoke line parallel to our waist. 2 1/4. Then I make 2 1/4 here, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. It will be 2 1/4, and as a side seam 2 1/4 as well. It's clear. Now dart shifted as our duplicate, and we mark yoke. Right now I use different color and make yoke, and we can trace back yoke and then work with lower body. Okay, it will be center back, and then here at the center perpendicular line, at the yoke line perpendicular line, and here I can use my yoke line here, and then it's here will be as well perpendicular line, and it will be perpendicular line here, and then we mark our yoke line here. And purple color, it will be exactly our shape of the back yoke. One notch will be matched to our dart, and then second notch we have to put on a side section of the back. Then I don't give you prescription how many inches or whatever. Just use your eye in the middle. Space between notches, 1/2 inch. It's clear? You can see right now, it's my yoke. Then take a piece of the paper and trace our yoke. Just continue this line. And I put center back to center back here. I mark and hold it together for now, and then it will be one notch exactly where is our dart here, and then it will be double notch here. Then I use this rule and make a nice line here. Okay. It's done. It's piece like this. Then, don't forget, at once, mark grain line parallel to our center back. It's here will be center back, and here will be back yoke. And self we have to cut 4 pieces, and each piece should be supported by fusible. Then 4 pieces of the fusible. 4 pieces as well. Then you can see this piece looks similar for shape. Then it's very important put correct grain line here, because if we move grain line, you can see it will be parallel. Then at the side seam it will be bias. Then if you put this piece here, it will be incorrect. Okay, then it's very important to not mix very center back and side seam. You have to put in the middle of the side seam, put notch. And then you know exactly here side seam, here center back. Pattern is ready. We have to add just seam allowance, but before we have to finish all draft, check front yoke before add seam allowance, because we have to check length of the side seam and shape of the yoke line and waistline. Clear? Then I trace intake of the dart. Intake of the dart here. Open. And then we tell bye-bye for this part, because it's already done. And I mark this line, which should be on the top like this and like this. And then here my dart which we shift, but based on duplicate, our length of the dart leg should be 2 3/4 of an inch. Then what we have to do? It's here center line. On a center line, I just make imagine line and mark from this point 2 3/4 of an inch.